Hey there, welcome to No Clue. Today we are counting down our picks for the top 10 must read books by UI UX designers. What's a book that you think needs more attention? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Universal Principles of Design by William Lidwell. Simplicity is achieved when everyone can easily understand and use the design, regardless of experience, literacy, or concentration level. With over 100 concise principles, this book is incredibly handy for reference. The overall goal of the book is to help enhance usability and help the designers make better design decisions. There's an abundance of useful tips, such as understanding design trade-offs and discussing the principle of usability versus flexibility or even the 80-20 rule. There are also a couple of funny anecdotes such as nudge theory. Used in the toilets in Amsterdam, it was essentially an image of a housefly in the urinals. This reduced fluids missing the urinal by an outstanding 80%. Number 9. Designing Brand Identity. An essential guide for the whole branding team. Design is intelligence made visible. Endorsed by none other than the great Paula Shore, this is probably the most complete branding book available. Now in its 5th edition, the enormous book offers a staggeringly in-depth explanation of the principles, theories, and practicalities from brand architecture to managing assets. The concepts and explanations are illustrated with exhaustive step-by-step detail. More than 40 case studies from Coca-Cola to Mozilla provide irrefutable evidence of the power of intelligent branding design as a marketing tool. Every page of the book contains a fascinating insight or thought-provoking quote, clearly revealing the art and craft of branding as a seamless blend of science and creativity. Number 8. Start with Why by Simon Sinek. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it, and what you do simply proves what you believe. Solving design problems is a great segue to this next book. Although not specifically UI UX design related, the main crux of the book discusses the process of why you do something. Simon Sinek gives an anecdote of, what if Apple were like everyone else? They would say, we make great computers. They're beautiful and easy to use. That's what most people do. That's the what and how. But what Apple actually says is, everything we do, we believe in changing the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Apple understands people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Number 7. Type. A Visual History of Typefaces and Graphic Styles by Jan Tholenaar. Claudia Aaron, senior visual designer at Typeform, was keen to recommend it for this list. 1 for typography. This comprehensive and beautifully put together collection of fonts begin all the way back in 1628. The book showcases a broad range of typefaces across history, with a particular focus on mid-19th century to the mid-20th century. It also includes other typographic elements such as borders, initials, and ornaments. Number 6. 100 Things Every Designer Needs to Know About People by Susan Weinschenk. If you want to influence someone's behavior, then show someone else doing the same task. This book looks at how and why people behave using real science and research. There are some common sense principles, but also some that we wouldn't have thought to apply to design. But after reading, it's incredible how relevant they all are. A nugget of information that we all remember is how the brain recognizes and prefers some imagery and text over others. We all do this subconsciously as it goes back to our ancestral old brain. We look at things in 3 ways. Can I eat it? Can I have sex with it? Will it kill me? That's all the old brain cares about. Images with any of these will be better for engaging with your customers. Number 5. Steal Like an Artist by Austin Leon. Ask anybody doing truly creative work and they'll tell you the truth. They don't know where the good stuff comes from. They just show up to do their thing. Austin Leon's lurid title actually means that almost everything imaginable already exists in some form, and we should just go out there, explore, and use it in our own way. Steal Like an Artist contains some good food for thought and demystifies creative work to a certain extent.
Number 4. Lean UX. Applying lean principles to improve user experience by Jeff Gothelf. Our goal is not to create a deliverable. It's to change something in world, to create an outcome. This book helps you to think about your role within a company and a company strategy. It explores the fact that key decision making should happen through user research and testing, rather than sitting around in a boardroom. While difficult to adopt for companies, the UX-led approach is becoming crucial in order to survive. Jeff also explains how to do projects collaboratively and focus on solving users' problems rather than adding new features. It's a chunky book, so we recommend taking notes.
Number 3. Don't Make Me Think by Steve Krug. Get rid of half the words on each page, then get rid of half of what's left. Steve Krug is the godfather of UX. His book was published almost 20 years ago. The book is all about usability, with a focus on user interfaces and experiences. It is one book every designer should own. It's a great tool for the armory. What also makes it great is that the book is relatively short. It's well written with good use of imagery and plenty of humor. Unlike the principles of design, this book leans more towards a common sense approach to UX, with the main crux being if the user has to think about an action or task, then the UX can be improved. Number 2. Interaction of Color by Josef Alber. I was for years in the yellow period. Using colors effectively is one of the greatest challenges of design, for design teachers, students, or professionals. Alber's influential work on color theory demonstrates how to think outside the box of safe color palettes in an economical and impactful way. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1. Design for Everyday Things by Don Norman. A brilliant solution to a wrong problem can be worse than no solution at all. Solve the correct problem. This book, first published over 30 years ago, is still very relevant today. At the end of the day, core design principles are never out of the date. Design of Everyday Things book has almost become a cliche that every designer has to read it. This book is great for beginners in design. So, if you are a newbie, pick this book. Although focus more on product design, there are many parallels with UX as the overall premise is all about usability. It's a super informative book and it's definitely worth it.